Playmakers, you big, beautiful, sexy business owners, you. Hey, do me a favor, drop a hello in the comments if you would. Let me know where you're watching from. Are you watching on Twitch? Are you watching on Twitter? Just kidding. We don't broadcast on Twitter. Screw that. We are well past that. And of course, if you haven't done so, please make sure that you subscribe on YouTube. Good morning. My name is Patrick Allman. Please make sure you drop a comment. Let me know if you're watching. I've got something really cool to show you before we get into the meat of the show. Really quick, for brand new watchers, hello. How you doing? My name is Patrick Almond. I run a company called Stop Doing Nothing Media here in Oklahoma City. And we go live on occasion for stuff like this because video content is my jam. I love to talk. I'm not sure if I love to talk and train or if I just love to hear my own voice. Yeah, my ego can go either way there. No, it's really because I do love tech and I do love talking about tech and specifically about our CRM and CRMs in general and life in business and airplanes and cats or dogs. I'm not quite sure which. And musicals, Broadway musicals. That's it. And exercise and lifting weights and a bunch of other things. But hey, yeah, if you're watching, definitely drop a hello in the comments there. I've got something really cool to show you, and I've been trying to. I've over the past probably just under a year. Yeah, just under a year, I've been trying to broadcast this on the show, and I keep forgetting to do all the tech setup that it takes to show this to you. And I finally remembered this time, and I finally got my scene set up. So a lot of you have seen this because it's on my YouTube channel, and we did it. I broadcasted it when it was first created. What happened is we attended a conference. We taught at a conference, not at the conference, right before the conference last October in Dallas. We taught at the high level. I don't want to say we taught at the conference. I had my own event pre-conference. Okay, had a little event for CRM and business badass is what I call it. I actually called it the business badass pre-event is what we did. A couple of blocks away from the main event. I think the main event started Monday night, and we had a 4-hour class on Monday morning that I taught with a really smart buddy of mine named Thomas Keenan from Step It Up Academy. And we had different people attending. It was a great event. It was free. If you're somebody who's in the high-level CRM world, actually working on doing that again this year, now that they've moved to the Hilton Anatoly, I'm working with them to get a room. It looks like it's probably going to happen again. And it's basically a free day of training. If it's something you're interested in, text the number at the bottom of the screen. Or DM me on social media, and I or somebody that works for me will get back to you on this. But we put on this cool event. We talked about marketing and marketing automation and lead generation for 4 hours, and then we put a coaching offer out there. But what happened completely, something that was really cool that happened is at the end of the main session before we all broke off and went back to the main event. At the end of my session, there was a amazing woman in the audience named Kayla Love. Paula, hello, Paula in OKC. Is that a Paula I know? That might be a Paula I know. I know a couple of Paulas. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, anyways, at this event, um, at my event, a lady was in the audience. Kayla Love was her name, and she's very, very fancily dressed, if that's the word. She was dressed very fancy, if you will, and she was learning. The high level CRM for us. And at the end, as we're wrapping up. Okay, hello, Paula. Then at the end, as we were wrapping up this event, Kayla raised her hand, and she's like, Patrick, I wrote something. I wrote a song about you. I want you to hear. And I was like, what? That's crazy. And I thought she had written it about, I thought she had just met me online and she had written it over, what was I thinking? She had just written it over time and she wanted to present it. But no, she had written it like in the class, watching me speak in the class. And this is the first time in my life anyone's ever actually written a song, specifically a rap about me. And so I'm going to play it for you right now. And I might play it again before the end of the show, but I just wanted you to see it because it was just so, so cool. So let me find the right buttons here and play the first and one and only, and hopefully there'll be futures, rap about Patrick. Here we go. Let me see if I can find the right buttons here for you. Let me know what you think as you're listening or right after it plays. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Press all the right buttons, and here we go.
For Patrick. Stop doing nothing, kick it into action. Hit that subscribe for your boy Patrick. Hop into a live and see the value packed in, charging more up front while building out the back end. Cut from a different cloth, styled in a different fashion. Niches be tripping, find yours and then cash in. GHL badass, grow and get another SaaS win. Don't know how? Just hit Patrick up and ask him.
Okay, was that not the coolest thing you've ever heard? Wasn't that pretty dope? I didn't ask for that. Completely unexpected. There were still people in the room. As you could tell, I was in the front of the room still speaking, and there were other people in the room around and about. But okay, are you kidding me? That was freaking amazing. And I'm so kind of humbled that she did that. Hopefully, she'll get a chance to watch this because I've talked about her several times. And maybe if I'm lucky, she'll do a part 2 this year when we go down to go down to Dallas again. But I just thought that was the coolest thing. And that is a highlight of my life to have somebody actually write a rap about me and my business. It was just amazing. Hey, Robert, my boy Robert. I've known Paula for a while. Robert tuned in. Dude, Robert on Facebook. Goodness gracious, Robert. It hasn't even been 24 hours. No, I think it's just been, yeah, no, it hasn't even been 24 hours since I've seen you, dude. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much. Robert is a new another high level user, another high level agency, excuse me, here in Oklahoma City. But the guy is just wicked smart when it comes to custom PC builds, gaming type topics. He's a killer content creator himself on his own YouTube channel. His content just dwarfs mine. He just mops the floor with mine. But he's really good at storytelling, and so if you drop your YouTube channel in the comments, Robert, maybe some people can hop in over and subscribe to that also, or your Instagram, either one, whatever you want to drop there. But good, Robert. I didn't know if you'd be able to tune in, or if you would have time to tune in, or if I can't even remember if we're connected on Facebook. Either way, it's very good, very good to have you hop in there. What is going on, my friends? Well, first of all, it's the end of the week, and you know what? We don't live in the best. I'm not gonna say we don't live in the best of times. There are lots of things going on in the world that are kind of kicking our ass a little bit, and part of the cursing. I tend to be very blunt about things when I talk, but sometimes there's just things around in the world that can really depress us, really bring us down. It could be national things. It could be politics. I'm not saying it is politics. It's politics. It's so politics. Um, but there are just some things like that that can really bring us down, and they really bring me down. I mean, they really do these days. If I pay too much attention to national news, man, it is just a drag. It really does. So I love it when I can put my head down and work in my world and work in my silo and not pay attention to national news, especially when two people in national news are having a temper tantrum in front of all of us. I'm not saying that that's actually happening right now, but if that were to happen, two grown adults, maybe possibly a billionaire or, somebody who led a country having a temper tantrum in public in front of us when we're supposed to be leading and setting an example for the world, that would be really depressing. I'm not saying that's happening, but either way, my whole point is it's always good to maybe for us to take a pause from work, take a pause from life, get a deep breath, have a conversation like this, and talk about good news. So that's primarily why I stream is it's good news, and it's also training when it comes to the high level CRM, or my version of the high level CRM called Playmakers AI, if you will. So if you have good news, I would love to hear about it. I've got some good news I want to talk about. A couple things. I've been first of all, I hope business is going great for you this week. As I was kind of wrapping up Thursday and waking up Friday, thank you, Oklahoma. Thunderstorm morning or tornado morning or whatever it was, it just kind of kicked my butt and woke me up at 4 o'clock this morning. Fist bump to my fellow Okies. Sorry if you got woken up early like I did. But let me see, what good news has happened to me this week? Oh, first of all, business is great. For some reason, over like the past 2 weeks, my lead flow and business type stuff has really increased to the point where I'm spending a lot of time on Zoom, guiding people through coaching and consulting and new business deals, which is really cool. I don't know what's happened recently. I don't know if it's branding I'm doing, if it's outreach I'm doing. I don't know what it is, but lead flow has definitely increased, which has been really, really good for business. So that's good. On the website, on our main website, Stop Doing Nothing Media, we added a coaching page, which was really cool. And this was based on product demand. This is one of those listen to your clients, listen to your prospects kind of thing. I've had several people, and I'm kidding you not, I'm not the guy that fabricates this stuff. I've got proof. I've got several people on social media over the past probably 3 months who have said, Patrick, I've liked something you put out online. Do you do any coaching? And I haven't had any formal coaching set up. I really haven't. But there is a coaching page now on the website, Stop Doing Nothing Media. So if you know somebody that ever needs high level coaching, please let me know. As a matter of fact, if you want to become an affiliate of mine and refer us for high level coaching, we've got an affiliate program also. But that was something I was very proud of over the past week, is launching a coaching program for high level, because that CRM can be a very complicated, very multi-layered kind of project to deal with. And I have to admit, I think I know it pretty well. I really do. I'm one of their certified admins. And so if you ever know anyone who wants high level coaching, whether it's in person here in Oklahoma City, if they want me to travel to their location across the country, across the world, I'll take a free trip to Spain or France, mainly France. I've been to Spain. Okay. I've been to Spain. I've been to Barcelona. I've been to Sitges. I've been to three. Did I go to Madrid in Spain? I can't remember. I know I went to Sitges, which was this cool little gay beach resort town off the coast of Barcelona, like an hour away. Um, but let me see, where else would I want to go? Oh, I went to Costa Rica recently. I wouldn't mind going back to Costa Rica. Anyways, my whole point is, if you know somebody who needs high level coaching in these locations or in the world in general, just let me know. I can make you an affiliate. I could hook a brother up with that kind of stuff. So that's been going on. That's been really well. Um, our team, just so you know, I'm not the only person that works here. Okay, I'm the only person you see on camera, but our team is getting busier with all this stuff, which I'm very happy with. I love keeping people busy. We've also added another offering, and this one's probably been, probably over the past 3 months, and I haven't talked about it much, but we're starting to build more and more AI kind of offerings for people. Like custom AIs they can host on their website, custom paid AIs. I've learned about some tools recently that we're starting to incorporate into our offerings, where we can build a custom AI, kind of either chat bot or task bot or whatever you want for your company, and then make sure it runs under your brand or it's under your label, under your domain. So that's something really cool that has been going on. I'm very, very happy with. I was a late adopter of AI, but I have to admit I'm using it now for image creation. As a matter of fact, if you saw the preview image for this live stream here, that was completely AI generated. I do use it for content creation. But I have to admit, I'm going to be 100% transparent about this. I don't just generate stuff in high level, in ChatGPT and dump it on my website. I generate it, I give it a human touch, I refine it, I take out large blocks of stuff I wouldn't say, things like that. I tweak it, I tune it, and then I will share that content. Okay, so if you're somebody who is in AI or wants to get into AI, that especially when it comes to content generation, that is the approach I would take. Okay, the concept of using these tools again to assist you, to help your brain, and just basically use it as a kickstart, as a kicking off point, or as a initiating point when it comes to generating content, not as the end point. As a matter of fact, if you are someone who is really into AI or wants to get really into AI when it comes to prompts, let me know. I'll look in the comments here. But and you can let me know after the stream also. But I've basically started building up a library of like really deep AI prompts. Okay, and by really deep, there's these prompts I found recently from other people that will analyze me and my content and my business goals and my personal goals, and give me ideas daily on how to improve, on how to optimize, on how to be more disciplined. So I've got like a whole, matter of fact, I will just grab the link to the library of AI prompts I've been building up recently. I'm not going to wait for people to ask. Whatever. Ain't no chance. Let's go find that library of AI prompts and share it in the comments for you guys, because I'm just so stoked about this stuff these days. So hold on. Yeah, Patrick's browsing around, and ClickUp. If you ever need a really good project management tool, ClickUp is the shiz. ClickUp is the shiz. Uh, Chat GPT prompt library. Is that my is oh here we go. Whew. Okay. Let me grab this right here and share copy public link, and like put this in the comments for somebody. And if even if you don't use this, feel free to share this with a friend of yours, or share this on social media, of some of these AI prompts that I've been building up a library of that people might find useful. I'm not sure any of these are original, but I do link back to where I found them. But I've recently learned that using AI prompts to help me analyze myself and be a little bit hard on me and be a little bit critical of my work, that's bringing out some things in me that are reminding me of things I need to work on. Okay, I've always said about AI doesn't generate anything new. It just takes a bunch of other information and merges it together and presents it in a way that's easy for you to consume. So AI didn't tell me something I really didn't already know. It was just like a reminder. It consumed things like my YouTube videos and what I say, and was reminding me of ways I could improve. Okay. So that's a huge use of AI right there. Let me see what else has been going on. Oh, in Oklahoma, well, not that it really matters in Oklahoma. It's been pouring rain here. That's the part that's been kicking my butt, is I haven't been able to get outside quite as much because it has been pouring rain. But let me look at my file here, stuff I want to talk to you about, because there were some other things always that are on my mind here. Oh, and something else that I have for you if you're interested. In addition to that list of AI prompts, let me give you something else I've been building up a library of that people have been asking me for. So there was that, and here's another one. And again, this is mainly for my techie, kind of my techie nerdy friends. This is a library of code, what I call code snippets. Okay, and what this is I'm trying to pull this up for you right now. High level. It's come on, really? Technology, don't be a pain in the butt. Let me see here. Let me make sure I've got this right. So if you're somebody who runs the high level CRM, there we go. Okay, good deal. Let me grab that link for you. If you're somebody who has their own white label version of the Playmakers high level CRM, share, and we put this in the comments for you also. Um, and you do any kind of web design work and you want some kind of cool effects on your websites at high level, I've been building up a library of kind of cool CSS things you can put on your high level website, which has come in handy for me recently. Matter of fact, if you head over to my website, stopdoingnothing.media, you'll see at the top of the homepage on the left hand side, I've got this cool text block, but in the middle of the text block, like this text rotates out now. That effect is in that library I just sent you in the chat right there, okay? And there's some other cool effects to kind of put glows and different animations on your website. But yeah, grab that. Take those two links that I just put in the chat there, the one with the AI prompts and the one with the cool CSS blocks for your high level websites, and save those, because I'm adding to those every single week. Sometimes I only add one prompt and one block of CSS. Sometimes I add five. But please make sure you bookmark those links. I add them on ClickUp on my side, and then they're public shares, so you can use them in your library. I've been talking for a while. I'm looking to see if anyone has any good news. If you've had some good news this week, or even if you've had some kind of mediocre news, anything counts. Okay, anything counts as decent news. Drop that in the comments if you would for me, and let me know so we can talk about it. Oh, cool! I see Robert, you shared. Let's get this here. Robert shared his Instagram here. If you're anyone who's into any kind of, if you like things like PC builds, Robert is a guy to call. Robert is the guy to follow right here, and his content creation is beautiful and his editing is beautiful. So if you ever need any video editing work, I would also give him a call. But that's his Instagram right there on the screen. And so yeah, Rob and I have met a couple times now. Rob is a high level agency like I am, and we've met a couple times here in a cool little coffee shop. And I can actually give a shout out to that. Normally, I'm somebody who, I work out of the home office. I have an office, and sometimes I just like to take a break and go be social in coffee shops. And if you know anything about me and you're local here in Oklahoma, you know that you can often find me on Thursday mornings. You can often find me downtown at Elemental Coffee at 8th and I believe that's 8th and Hudson, if you will. Okay. On that corner of 8th and Hudson on the southwest corner, there's a little coffee shop called Elemental, which I've been going to. I like to people I've been going to uh, Elemental since, I don't know, man, since forever, if you will. And it's a very family oriented. It doesn't feel like you're going to a coffee shop when you go to Elemental. Okay, it feels like you're going into a small building and hanging out with 20 or 30 of your best friends, and you're all heads down working. You're chatting. You're being social. You're eating. You're drinking. That's one of the reasons I love Elemental, and that will never ever change. However, it's also good that we have choices, right? Choices are always good. Um, and so recently, um, I've discovered the real way I discovered is because I bought something off Facebook Marketplace. But there's a coffee shop near me on the northwest side, down Northwest Expressway, west a little bit, called a Little Latte of Love or a Little Love of Latte. I can't remember what it was. Hold on, I've got an image here in my phone because I took one yesterday. That is starting to become let me see. Here's a Latte Love. So this is their logo. I know this is kind of weird, but this is the logo on their back window. A Latte of Love is what I believe that says. And this I'm going to start going to this place a lot. Number one, it's hyper close. Okay, it's hyper close, and I don't have to make the trek all the way down to Elemental, which I don't want this to ever seem like I'm disparaging Elemental. I still love Elemental. I'm still going to be going to Elemental, but this coffee shop is one that's I'm really starting to like for a couple of reasons. It's close. It has food, which is a requirement of any coffee shop I go to. If I'm going to stay at any coffee shop over an hour, there's got to be sustenance. Specifically, there has to be a pile of protein or a place where I can get a pile of protein really close. It's close. It's got food. Um, Something else that I think I really like about it, and when Rob and I were there, um, is the fact that it has like an outdoor patio that's quiet. This is really cool. So if you're on the northwest side of Oklahoma City, you should check this place out. It's got an outdoor patio that overlooks a lake. As a matter of fact, if you look in that picture that I was sharing there, that is kind of a picture of the patio in the back of the coffee shop. It's kind of a semicircular patio with tables out there, and there's a freaking lake out there. How many coffee shops in Oklahoma City have a lake? How many? Elemental has the federal building right in front of it, which with that cool design in the back. I'm trying to think of some other. I can't think of a single coffee shop that has a lake behind it, a quiet, peaceful lake for you to work. So, Rob and I are going to be trying some other coffee shops. He has some ideas because he's been around recently more than I have. But check it out if you're on the northwest side of Oklahoma City. Like I said, the name is a latte love. I actually have to read it backwards. A lot of love. Ha, a latte love. Goodness gracious. See, that just tells you how dense I am sometimes. I'm a smart person. I'm an intelligent person, but sometimes I miss the simple things. And it just clicked in my head. Oh, a lot of love. Latte of love. A lot of love. I thought the word OF would be in there. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that one. Okay. Yeah, Patrick, there's some topics you should just shut up about. But no, it looks like Paula, you said, my health is improving thanks to PT. By PT, I believe you mean physical therapy, right? PT exercise? Hey, people, look at Paula. She gets it. Look at me. I get it. If you're someone, please, and I've said this before on other live streams, please make sure that physical activity and exercise is a part of your life. I would have been out walking 3 miles at about 5:20 this morning, except for Oklahoma. I decided to, have enough torrential rain to float an ark this morning. And yeah, for those of you who aren't familiar with Midwest weather, got a alert this morning. I was, deep asleep, and probably a little bit after 4, my phone starts going off with a tornado watch or tornado warning, whatever it was. And so that's how long I've been up. Nothing ever hit here, but that's just the joys of living in the Midwest, right? Just you could be woken up at any random hour, 24 hours a day. Let's get Paula's thing on the screen here. Paula in OKC. Where's that going to go? Hey, my health is improving thanks to PT. That is great, great news. We want you to live as long as possible, Paula. Let me see what else was on my mind. Oh, I want to talk about a little bit about what's coming up. Because business is just a little bit booming right now, which I don't know if that's just due to long-term relationships or marketing outreach, but because business is booming, I wanted to talk about my main topic today, because I can talk about a lot of topics. But my main topic today is something that's really been on my mind because I've seen some benefit from it, and I want you to see some benefit from it also. And this is mainly geared towards people that are in business. So if you're not in business, this may still be useful information. But if you're something who is in business, you might want to share this part of the stream for some other fellow business owners. But also take this advice to heart when it comes to working with your clients, if you will, okay? In business, we have to constantly be talking about what we do, okay? A huge part of marketing is awareness. We, in the world of marketing and businesses that often come to us seeking marketing help, they often want to overthink or overcomplicate things, and they want to do too many things. And one of the things that people don't do enough of is kind of automatic marketing or outreach marketing, if you will, or passive marketing, what I call it. Basically, ways for you to generate awareness 24/7 when you're not actively thinking about marketing. Excuse me. When you're on the beach, when you're hanging out at a coffee shop, there should be ways that your business, your empire is constantly sticking its fingers in different places with all these touch points to let people know that you exist, okay? And there are a couple of ways to do that. I'm going to tell you the two right now that I'm going to tell you one way that I know I'm working on, that I am 100% working on, and another way that you should consider also, okay? I love it when I have things that are running on autopilot that I don't have to think about. And that's a lot of what we do in the world of AI and marketing automation, is just having different marketing tactics out there that are just running on autopilot. Two of the most effective ones, okay, are ads and cold email outreach. Okay? Ads and cold email outreach. Meaning that you should try to find a way to always have some kind of ad running, and you should try to find a way to always have some kind of email outreach running. Okay. Now, of course, this is dependent on your business model. You know, we provide a lot of marketing services, so there's definitely a demand for that. But maybe this isn't the right thing for you to do if you're and if you're into roofing or if you're a realtor, things like that. But I've just noticed recently some success with having things running on autopilot, meaning I have software now, and we can do this for you. I'm talking about this because I not only use this, these are the things, these are the machines, the AIs, the automations that we build for people like you, okay? It is possible now to just basically have automations reaching out 24/7, pinging people via email. I call it cold outreach. Some people call it spam, but it works. Okay. If you have never thought about doing any kind of cold outreach email, text me here. The number is going to show at the bottom of the screen. As a matter of fact, it's there right now, 405-217-4752. Text me sometime and say, hey, Patrick, I want some of that cold email action. Wow. Was it brown chicken, brown cow? I want some of that cold email action, if you will. Okay. And we've got systems for that. If you're someone who's a service provider, that's a tactic you should definitely consider. And of course, ads. Love me some ads. Am I currently running some ads? No, but I am this close to restarting my ads up. Okay. I want to be able to have people be in front of people's face 24/7, 365. That is my goal with my marketing machine. I want to build a marketing machine. Actually, I want to build them. I have it exists. I want to expand it. A marketing machine that's reaching out for me 24/7, 365. I want to be able to be on the beach with my iPad and leads are coming in. And it's interesting, recently, I'm not saying that's happening, but recently I'm getting people reaching out to me as a result of me doing outreach. And you may be thinking, well, duh, Patrick, that's how it works. You do outreach, people are going to reach out to you. But the funny thing is when I don't do that outreach, actually, it's not really funny. When I don't do that outreach, it's not happening. So the kind of things that are happening to me are the things I want to build for other people. There are things I want to build for your business. If you're a startup, I want to talk to you about getting this in the early phases of your startup, kind of cold outreach marketing, if you will. Okay. And this is really important because the other kind of marketing, the marketing that involves you directly, the marketing that requires your time, is the most expensive kind of marketing. Okay. Let me remind you that your time has value. So, if you are spending time manually DMing people or manually emailing people or going to chamber events, by the way, I'm not dissing any of these things. I'm saying if you're spending time doing things that involve you personally, real time, to engage, that's the most expensive kind of marketing. Your time in your company is the most valuable thing you have. So you have got to find ways to replicate and make cheaper versions of yourself. Okay? How am I doing this? Well, I've got an AI bot that answers my phone now. If you were to call that number on the screen, oh, there it is again. If you were to call that number, 405 217 4752, you're going to talk to AI Patrick. You're not going to talk to real Patrick. What can AI Patrick do? AI Patrick can answer the phone. It can make appointments. It can cancel appointments. It can reschedule appointments. Okay? I can build this for you. So if you're someone who has a dog grooming business or a salon or something that requires people to make appointments, um, to make appointments to talk to you, those are the those are the kind of things that I can build. Wait, was that right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. But if you're somebody who has a service based business who basically thrives off of making appointments, having someone come into your shop, you should reach out to me or text the office here and see what we can build for you, okay? This is also true for things like AI bots on your website that can answer questions about your services 24/7 and push people to make appointments, okay? That's something else. I've got AI bots that answer my text messages, none that answer emails. But it was kind of funny. I was having a conversation with somebody with via text message. This happened. I got a lead in the middle of yesterday. Somebody wanted emailed me wanting some work, and I was actually I was responding, and my little AI bot was responding. And I in this particular case, I hadn't figured out how to shut down the AI bot yet. But the I've set up the AI bot to be very aggressive to people to get them to make appointments. Not aggressive as an but aggressive as in to make appointments because that's ultimately how I get business. Is people make appointments, we talk on Zoom, and we get them into one of our retainer programs. Okay, so if you haven't done so, my whole point of this, if you haven't done so, get some marketing tactics in place that are just running and allow you to forget about them. Okay, email marketing is one of them, and that one I've really started to love recently because things just happen. I love it. I love using technology to make things just happen. It frees me up and lets me do things that are more fun in life. Lets me go to coffee shops and hang out with people more. It lets me go on more vacations. It lets me go flying more. Another hobby of mine that I really love. I want as much money and as much time I can to go as flying as much as possible, except for a day like today where it looks like, we built an ark and there's still everything outside. It was pouring. I kid you not. It was pouring this morning. But for a very short period of time, it was. Started closing my rings early. Woohoo! Started closing my rings early, so I'm set there. Um, but yeah, again, if you ever want to talk about marketing or ways that we can automate things for you, please definitely reach out to us. Okay. This particular session, I try to keep a little bit more strategic versus getting into the high level CRM, which I often do. But if you ever need training or coaching on that, please reach out to us also. I'm trying to think what else is on my mind. Oh, something else I've discovered recently for those of you who are really into AI is I've jumped over into Google. Let me see. Here's a new tool I discovered. Let me see if I can find it for you. A new tool, AI tool I discovered, which is allowing me to do Whisk. Here we go. This is a new tool, a new AI tool I discovered. I'm going to put this in the comments here. which is very good at image generation and it's very good at animation or video generation. So that's something else I learned this week is that new tool called Whisk, which I put right there in the comments of the chat. By the way, don't forget, if you haven't done so, hop over to YouTube, click on subscribe, and then also click the little bing, the notification button there in YouTube, so you can get notified when we do go live or when we upload new videos. The chat appears pretty quiet, so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to sign off and deal with some amazing new customers I have coming on board. While I've been sitting here, I'm watching like, don't you always love it when you're trying to when you're productive and like you can watch like your email box fill up with stuff, and that's what's happening to me right now. Is I'm watching like my email inbox, starting to fill up with stuff as I'm chatting with you here. So it's going to be a day. Hopefully, it will not rain much more. Thank you, Mother Nature. But you know what? If you haven't shared your good news, or if you're watching this later, please comment with your good news. That's primarily why I do these, is to hear your good news and figure out what's going on in your life and how we can possibly give some advice there, okay? I don't come on these streams with too much. I come on with a little bit of an agenda, but not one that's, etched in stone. It's more like etched in jello, right? Etched in jello, etched in pudding, etched in some kind of very sweet, very tasty dessert, if you will, okay? It also allows me to finish up my cup of coffee. Thank you very much. Is this you? I really need to see if I can get a sponsorship from these guys. Coffee and Motivation. These are the main coffee cups I use these days, and they've got somewhat aggressive motivational things on them. But hey, that's what you're dealing with when you're coming with Patrick. Coffee's all gone. That's one of the ways that my streaming time is up. You know what? I'm going to play the rap one more time, if you guys are okay with that, because I've got people watching now that were not watching in the beginning of the stream. So let me play the rap one more time. I'll come back and we will all hop off and go have a good day. Okay? Let's press all the magic buttons and here we go.
For Patrick. Stop doing nothing, kick it into action. Hit that subscribe for your boy Patrick. Hop into a live and see the value packed in, charging more up front while building out the back end. Cut from a different cloth, styled in a different fashion. Niches be tripping, find yours and then cash in. GHL badass, grow and get another SaaS win. Don't know how? Just hit Patrick up and ask him.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yeah, as if I need my ego to be any bigger, right? As if I need my ego to be any bigger, somebody wrote a rap about me. Now I want to put some guitars behind that and some bass and some beats and make it a really cool song. But hey, there's time for that. Have a good weekend. If I don't know you personally on the stream, if I don't see you personally, have a good weekend. Try to make sure you get out and spend some time with some fresh oxygen, if you will. Probably shouldn't be high this early. Kidding. I'm not high this early. I at least wait till 10 o'clock before I get high. Still kidding. Okay? Have a great day. Be blessed. Take care. And I will talk to you soon. Let's see. Which one of these buttons wraps up this party? Oh, that button right there.